to my presentation about my game. So first of all, my name is Lucas. I'm 13, and my hobby is to game. So first of all, here's the timeline about my game. So in the first week, I started brainstorming about game ideas, mechanics, and how was I supposed to like make things up. And week 2, I was developing the sprites and basic mechanics. And for week 3, I was coding the actual mechanics and the code for the sprites. And the game mechanics are movement, points, and health. So the player can move around by using their mouse instead of the usual WASD. And points can be gained through eating apples that spawn from the tree. And health can be lost by colliding with certain objects. And health cannot be regained. Enemies and obstacles include like bombs that fall from the tree every 4 seconds and takes away 1 heart. Another one is lightning, which takes away 1 heart when collided. And I'm going to be doing a showcase of the game.
Okay, so now you play the game. That's it by the X escape button. How to make the button.
Okay, so this is the main menu. This is where you start playing the game. As you can see, there's a cloud and this apple falling from the tree. If you push apples, you get points with apples, and then every few seconds there's bombs that fall out of the tree, like this. And if you collide them, you die. And then you can restart the game whenever you want to and keep on trying to get a high score. And that's pretty much it for the game. Although what I think I could do better, and what I like about the game is I like the sprites, the concept, and like the movement of the game. I don't like the lightning because it just goes in a straight line down. I want it to make it appear and then disappear after a short period of time. And I don't like how the explosion doesn't appear when touching the player. It only appears when it goes out of bounds. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, so I will have some questions for you about the game. Okay, so first of all, can you open the game for me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, can I see the no, just the programming part. You don't need to start the game. Okay, so how many objects have you done for this game?
I've done 9.
Okay. So, what is object 2? What is it?
Object 2 is the apple.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that because it doesn't have a clear name for it. Okay. And about the player is the basket, right? So, how have you programmed for the basket to move when you move your mouse? Yeah, open it and explain it for me. Explain everything.
So when it's created, or when you go to the room where you're starting to play the game, so the sprite will go to where your mouse is using the jump to point. And I use variables x is mouse x, which makes the basket go to the x variable of the mouse, and the y variable, which goes to the y variable of the mouse.
Okay, so my question is, what direction is the X is for? What direction is the X? Is the X?
X is for horizontal movement,
okay,
and the Y is
good.
for vertical movement.
Okay. Okay. So how about let's ask both the apple and the bomb. Like, how did you make it move? Like, created for the visual of falling down the tree? How did you do that?
Because when I made it when it's created, I made it point in a direction where it's facing down.
Yeah,
And I
okay.
set a speed of a certain speed. And
Yeah, I see that, but I didn't see like the starting point of the apple. Like, where did you program for the apple to start falling from a certain point?
That's where the object spawner comes in. So if you create it, it sets an alarm. So it sets an amount of time for the amount of things to spawn. And then for the apple, this is a random range between like the tree's leaves.
Okay, a random range. Okay, good. And about the score, where did you like save the score and draw it?
I save the score in the controller. So, what was the other question?
You draw the score here,
Yeah.
but where did you save the score? Where did it like being created in the first place? Okay, so what I wanted to ask is that can you show me the place that you created the score and the HB on the first, like where do you create those two? On what object? Oh, here. Okay. So you did use draw. I did notice that you have tried to draw the score when the game is over. Did you have any errors with that?
Yeah, because when the score is over, it just sets the point back to 0, so you don't get to see your highest score or the score you had
You can
previously.
play again to let it see.
So as you can see, again, I have like 2 score, 3 score now. And then if I die, the score is back to 0.
Okay, yeah, I do see that. Right, so okay, so that is the question I wanted to ask. So we will have some comment about your presentation. First of all, about your slide. Okay, let's open those first. So for the slide, I did see that you had quite full information about your game, and you did bring a lot of images into it as well. That is a good thing. And you are using you are using English, so the font is not really a problem to you, but you still choose the font and the color very well, so that's good for the slide. Let's come to the game. Yeah. So about the game, I did see that you are using quite some objects there, but like I have told you before, there will be you will need to like name all of your objects. Don't leave it as object 2, 3, 5, 6 like that, because sometimes when there's an error, there will be a log that shows you where the error is. So imagine like if you read the log, like if you read the error message and it just shows object 1, 2, 3, 4, can you like know exactly what is wrong with it, or where would it be wrong? You would know it in the first place, right? So this is a basic object. Imagine if you have to create like 10, 20 objects. Would it be long for you to search of the objects?
Yes.
Okay, so the naming is important, okay? And the reason for it will be said after I finish commenting. Okay, and about the pictures of the object, did you do this picture by yourself, or did you have some sources?
I got them off a website.
Okay, you did do your research about the images. Right, so about the lightning, let's open the lightning option. I understand what you wanted to do and what you didn't. So for this, the reason why the lightning is moving, because you set a speed for it. So the problem here is the picture of the lightning is not long enough so that you can let it stay without moving. Okay, so what should we do? We could find a longer lightning sprite, or we could try to draw something else to the lightning sprite so that it can go longer. And if you want it to stay like in the place without moving down, you shouldn't do the moving part as well. Okay. And right about the scoring thing, you did want to like let the player see their score when the game is over, right? But you didn't done that. I'll show you the reason why. Okay, let's open back the object spawner. Let's open back the object spawner. Okay, open back to the create one. Oh wait, did you save your score in here? I didn't remember. Is it? Oh, it's controller. Okay, so right here, you see this? When you create the variable using this block of code, you have already set a value into it. So whenever the object controller is run again, it will reset the value. And when it resets the value, it will be like this. So they cannot see the score. Okay? So now we need to have a way for the score to not be reset after we finish the game. Okay? So it will be hard if you just do it by this only, and I will show you what method we will use for that later on. But remember that, okay? Remember the flow of what I said. It's being reset because you program it that way, right? Is it? Yeah, okay. But in conclusion, everything else seems perfect. You do have the menu, the play room, and the game over one, and you did well on the characters, and most of the mechanics of the game is quite good for the basics level. So I think it is still a very decent game, and it could be developed more in the future if you want. So that's it, and that is all for my comment on your presentation. So lastly, congratulations for finishing the presentation today. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So for the thing that I have said, like how can we not reset the variables if we want to use it? If we want to use the object controller to show it, we will have something called. Let me open another. Let's see. What should we do? How about that? Let me go back here. Let me see what did I open. Okay, so this is just an example, okay, on how could we, on like the method that we do it. It's not exactly how we do it. So for here, let me just open an object. This is a game from the next level, the Game Maker Advanced level, but this game is very good, and I really don't need that you will have this level on the next course, but just a reference, okay, just a reference. So first of all, let's go to players. Okay. So this is how we're going to do. Okay. We are going to use code right here. Okay. So as you can see, in the event create, we will create variable like this. Okay. And when we bring it to another object, well, we will need to use it like before. But when you create a variable like this, you will not be worried that it will be reset when you are using it to other places. For example, let's see. Well, this one is too much. Let's open something more simple. This one. Is it? Do we have school in here? I don't think we do. Okay. Let me just find something else. Oh, this is over. Okay. So, for example, with this game, I did have the there we go. As you can see, we will use code to save our variables, and we can bring these variables to other places to use. Let's see here. Not that one. There we go. We can bring that variable to other places to use, and it will not be affecting the character on here. So in case you want to draw the variable, you will not need to draw it on the one that you have created it like before. You can draw it on any other objects. All you need is code on how to draw it. So this is how to draw it by code, and if you want, you can try to remember or take a picture of it so that you can use it on the next course. Okay. So this is how we're going to program in the next course. Do you think this will be hard for you? Do you think this will be hard for you? No? Okay, good. So let's say, right, so on the next level, we will be programming quite a lot, and sometimes we'll need to move using WASD, so that's like a requirement. Okay, so, but if you want, you can think of something else, like another game that uses mouse, it's no problem. So basically, this is how we're going to do on the next course, okay? I guess you will be learning it very fast anyway. Okay, so that's all.